everybody. Welcome or welcome back. Today we're going to be working on a plaque. This is a piece of stone, piece of slate, I think it is. Yeah, you couldn't really see that very well, could you? Let me get it over here. It's just a piece of slate. Now, this had an engraving on it of a couple of flower pots and some flowers. I poured epoxy on here and put some white mica powders in it. I didn't fill in the grooves, so you're going to be able to see there are some sketchy parts on here. You're still going to be able to see some of these grooves. I'm going to move forward and see if I can't do with this what I want to do. You may be able to see the alcohol inks over on this side. I'm going to attempt to do a waterfall effect with alcohol inks and alcohol on this. What I've decided to do is a lot of colors will be based on a teal flavor. We've got T-Rex, which is teal. We've got Tranquil from Ranger, and that's a pearlized. And then we have Mermaid. Not really sure what Mermaid's going to do for us, and that's a Ranger as well. And then from Pinata, we have Brass, which when you're doing the waterfall, the brass really does show up. And I was finally able to get some. We've got Pinata Passion Purple, which is what I already have mixed in this little bottle. So I'm probably going to use this first. And then over here I just have some, well, you're not seeing the darn thing, are you? I've got alcohol. Just rubbing alcohol in there. And I have my big bottle of alcohol that I'm going to dump on here. Got my embossing gun. And now this, I haven't tried the waterfall effect. Not even on tumblers. So this is going to be an experience for me. Okay, this is where we are. As you saw, this was a very dark piece, and I kind of liked it, but I felt like it was too much. So I came in, I sprayed it down with alcohol and cleaned it all off. Well, it came up this pretty pastel color. I actually like this, but I don't like it as a finished piece. So we're going to go back in with the alcohol inks that I had originally done. However, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to be more conservative with my alcohol inks, and I'm going to work section by section, not try to do as much. So we'll see how this comes about. So I'm going to back you out a little bit. There you go. I'm going to be using Mermaid by Tim Holtz, Wild Plum, Tim Holtz, Passion Purple by Pinata, and I'm going to be using Brass by Pinata that I have worked into some alcohol ink. When I dropped this on my darker version, I got plops. I didn't want plops, so I decided I would mix it with some alcohol, and I kind of did a couple of squirts on here, moved it around, and I think that I like that better. It gives me a much finer stream, and it doesn't use as much of the alcohol ink. Go figure. We're probably going to work in some teal from T-Rex And I have a mixture that is more like a smoky mixture. That is the Mondo Light Gray, which is not gray at all, as you can see. But I mix that, and I mix some T-Rex black alcohol ink. It's called Space Black. And I mix that in here with some alcohol. I have alcohol, extra alcohol in a small bottle to do small squirt areas. Let's see how this goes, because, you know, I don't want to abandon this. My next step, if this doesn't work out, my next step is going to be to paint this black, and then I'm going to do something completely different. So let's see what happens here. A little bit of well, sometimes stuff just doesn't want to go. I think we can just about leave that alone. I don't know. Let me just get my glove off here. And then I'm going to bring you in for a close-up. There. This is how we're looking. And yes, there was texture in that stone. It was actually an engraved piece that I decided to just put resin over with some white pearl mica. And I did paint it first, but I didn't fill in the grooves. And I'm okay with that because it just kind of gives more texture. And you can't tell what it was. So I'm happy enough with that. I'm going to bring it out a little bit more here. See if I can kill this overhead shine. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. I think the colors look lovely. I do like it. So there we have that. And when we come back, you're going to get to see this all shined up and in its glory. So stay tuned. This has been sat and dried and then sprayed with, I used a gloss Rust-Oleum clear on here. And I have my epoxy all mixed up. I'm going to use my Marabou Rainbow Alcohol ink in my epoxy just because I want a little extra pizzazz. I put like 4 drops in my resin. I'm going to give it a zhuzh here. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it. I'm not going to have you sit through all that. I'm going to show you in the beginning here, and then when we come back, this will be a finished piece, and you'll get to see it in close-ups and possibly hanging. I would like for it to get hung up. We'll see how much time someone has to put it up for me. Hint, hint, husband. When we come back, we are going to have the finished piece. So, stay tuned. We're finished. I'm showing you this in my bathroom on a towel that kind of matches my walls. You can see that in the upper right hand corner there, or wherever this winds up landing. I wanted you to be able to see the sparkle in it, and I hope, there we go. You can see it in the pink. I am loving this. It's going to match my bathroom beautifully. A little extra pink in there that doesn't belong in my bathroom, but I like the blend of colors. So I just wanted you to be able to see what the end result was. And I hope you enjoyed this. And I hope it inspires you to find what you have and make it beautiful. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you and your time. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Lets me know that you've been here. And if you haven't subscribed, I don't know why not. Go ahead and subscribe and go on the adventure with me to find all kinds of things that I can resin and color and just have fun with. And until next time, toodles!